everyone. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Trisha Bacalso. This is Thomas Sanders. We're the Audible Noise duo from Phoenix, Arizona, and we're here to give a world premiere of a brand new piece titled Kulintang by Francisco Javier de Alba. Before I invite the composer to come up on stage and talk a little bit about the piece, I'd like to bring attention to a political topic that's been on my mind in the recent weeks. If you're sensitive to topics related to immigration enforcement, I encourage you to prioritize your mental health and leave the room. The piece we're about to play is centered on themes of Filipino American and Filipino indigenous music. As a Filipino American myself, I'm someone who has inherited the efforts of first-generation immigrants who came to this country simply to work hard and earn a better living for their family. With the recent passage of Trump's Big Beautiful Bill, millions of immigrants with similar ambitions are going to face greater restrictions for citizenship, more financial burden, and less access to social safety nets in the coming years. This is why, for my birthday, for this world premiere, and in response to the immigration raids that occurred in Los Angeles on June 6, 2025, I decided to start a fundraising campaign for the Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights, which is a nonprofit organization that works to advance civil rights for immigrants in LA. At the end of our performance, if you're inclined and able to, there are flyers at the door with a QR code linked to my donation page. Feel free to take one or several, share it with the people around you, or make a donation yourself. At a time where underserved communities are being attacked by the current administration, I encourage my peers, colleagues, and fellow citizens to let your voice be heard and know that immigrants are not a threat to national security, but instead they're fundamental contributors to our nation's strength. Thank you again for coming, and now I can invite my friend Paco to say a few words about the piece.
Thank you all for being here, and thank you, Trisha, for your words and for speaking out. This piece initially started as just a way to celebrate our mutual relationship in being Filipino, and it kind of evolved into something else. It's a difficult time for people like myself, for people like Trisha, my wife, and really all of us. So, I hope that you take Trisha's words and do what you can to help in any way, whether it be just a kind word to the person next to you, whether it just be a smile in the hallway, or helping someone in need. Excuse me. So a little bit about the piece. I was very inspired by the Filipino traditional percussion instruments, and so I tried to incorporate one of my passions, which is the clarinet, and find a way to incorporate it into a percussion ensemble that you would find in the Philippines. I don't have access to these percussion instruments from the Philippines, so I reimagined them in electronics. And you're going to hear a lot of different instruments, and it cycles through a lot of different rhythmic patterns that are common in the percussion ensemble. It's typically very improvised, so you'll hear a lot of different stages of kind of sections that lead to other sections, and it's just one continuous movement. And it was just a way for me to celebrate where I come from, to say that I belong here, and to say that we belong here, and to share our culture with you, and as a way to say, to just be kind to one another. Thank you again, Trisha and Thomas, for asking me to write this piece and sharing this music, and everyone on the live stream. And yeah, I hope you enjoy.
Thank you.